Who put the applause in? That's new. What up? Did you guys hear the applause? Hey, this table is super shaky. All right, what's going down, boys and girls? See who's up in here. We got Adam, Anthony, Tommy Shea, Brian. What's going down? Dude, you hear that? Uncle Randy next door is out cutting his grass, dude. He cut it yesterday, too. So 2 days in a row. It's so, I don't know if you guys hear it. Fired it up right when I sat down, of course. So, excuse the lawnmower in the background. We got MX Tips. We got Big Feist. Monroe. Fred Kitchen, what up? What up? What up? Warner, what up? What up? Jacob. Good deal, Sky. I'm having a hard time seeing that name. Chris, what up? What up? I got this. I got the little camera set up on this thing, and it blocks my comments here, or all my comments. Hard to see everybody. But what's going down, man? How's everybody's week been? Everybody have a good week? Still dealing with a little bit of rain here in the Midwest, but we got a little bit of break here today. That's why everybody's out trying to cut the grass, trying to get it in before we go. I think it's going to rain tomorrow again. So we've been getting hammered here pretty hard in the Midwest, and there's more coming, but hey, we'll have some good dirt for a while after all this rain. Should stay wet for a little bit. But hey, thanks for being here, everybody. Showing up week after week. Seeing Zayden just popped in. What up, my brother? We got Twitch 772 hopping in here. Good deal, good deal. We'll jump right into it. Couple quick things going down at the moment. We're doing a Mark Collective sale, spring sale. So everything on the Mark Collective site is 20% off. And if you don't know what Mark Collective is, it's basically our merch line for me and my wife's ministry. So we have another channel called Ronnie and Mel. We have a nonprofit called Ronnie and Mel Ministries. And then we have Mark Collective is our merchandise for our nonprofit. So 100% of the proceeds we donate to the nonprofit. So we're doing a spring sale. So that is going on right now. Just started today. It's going to be going on for the whole week. So it's from today all the way to Friday. And I threw this picture up. This is my favorite hoodie. And this thing right now, it's 20% off. This thing's only $40 right now. And this thing is sick. Dude, it's all embroidered. Actually, I'm wearing that hat right now, too. Little plug. Looks orange. And must be lighting. It's definitely not orange. It's red. But yeah, this is one of our hats. But this hoodie right here is pretty sick. It's a wash hoodie. It's one of our softest hoodies. It's our best hoodie in my opinion. So go check that out. Check out markcollective.com. There's we got men's stuff. We got women's stuff. We got hats, tees, and I think we got a couple coffee mugs for you coffee drinkers out there. But be on the lookout for that stuff. Also coming up, we got the June 26th class is here in the Midwest, and I haven't even really posted about it yet, but it's definitely happening. As long as it don't rain, we're going to be out there. And like I said, I talked about it last week. It's either going to be at Grain Valley or potentially, not Spring Hill. Dang, why can't I think of the name? Hillsdale, Kansas, a private track there. Or I was thinking about a lot of my boys. Brian's been up there, been riding at this new sand track up in north of the airport. And another friend of ours, Thomas Kimmerly, that comes on here. It's his personal track. And they just got it and built it, and I've been seeing everybody up there riding it. So I was potentially going to say maybe reach out to Thomas and see if the track's available. So could be at any of those three tracks. I haven't really locked in a spot yet, but obviously they're all within 45 minutes of my house. So they're all in the area. So I'll keep you guys posted on what track we decide to do it at. Thomas Kimberly's track is a sand track, which is crazy because we live in the Midwest. It looks like a Florida track. I've been seeing all the posts all week, and I'm like, dude, this track looks like it's in Florida. So it'd be cool to mix it up a little bit and maybe do a class out there in the sand. So keep you guys posted on that. And also the Bar Drag Swag Tee. I thought it would have been on this. I thought it would have been done already. So hopefully get a call from these guys tomorrow, and I'll get that picked up. That'll be on the site. New RFMX tee. Hopefully dropping this week. Thought it would have been done. And I guess the screen printers are a little bit busy because they haven't hit me up yet. So I'm calling them tomorrow and seeing if I can go swoop it up. Be on the lookout for that. Other than that, we're going to talk a little bit about the outdoor race coming up this weekend. First round is Fox Raceway. And I told you, dude, Twitch got the title sponsor for both. So he's going to be basically there's the May race, and now there's a September race as well. So we got 2 rounds, title sponsor. And obviously you guys probably all follow Twitch, probably all follow DBK. They're the title sponsor. And if you've seen the trophy, it says Dirt by Kids, Fox Raceway, Nationals. And then they gave a little shout out and a little plug for Scotty Sheik's. They got on there 1974 to 2021. If you guys don't know Scotty Sheik, or maybe you guys do know who he is, he passed away this last week. He crashed trying to qualify for Loretta's at one of his local races up in. He's from the East Coast and wasn't able to recover from his injury. So super sad. Keep his family in prayers because he's a good friend of mine, a good friend of Warner's. Big fights. We all knew him. We grew up racing with Scotty. And dude, it's just sad, super sad. He's got a wife, Amy, and her 2 kids. So just be thinking about them and their family and lifting those guys up. But I gotta throw up a couple things here. Just a couple funny stories about Sheik, because I said obviously, you lose friends, you think about all the stuff. Check this out, dude. Here he is rocking the 26. I was so psyched. I'm like, I totally forgot he ran 26 in a year. I was like, dude, I got online. And was like just looking at photos of him. I'm like, dude, I totally forgot. So I think Sheik rode for a lot of different teams. Like, I mean, he's Deegan's age. He's 3 years older than me. He's Deegan's age. So him and Deegan raced together a ton. Like they came up through Loretta's together because they were the same age. He was a little bit older than me and Warner. But he was from New York. We were from New Jersey. So we still seen him a lot at a lot of races. He come race Raceway Park. If we were ever upstate New York, he was always there. And then all of our regional area qualifiers, regional qualifiers that go to Loretta's, Scotty was always there because he was from our area. So we have a lot of just history of hanging out with him. We used to go down to Florida with him. We had a whole crew that basically the whole East Coast crew that were all close in age that raced at the local races together that all go down and race the Winter Series together. But anyway, Sheik basically, I started trying to think back all the teams he's on. I think this is when he was on the team with Deegan. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is the year he rode for Moto XXX. I believe it was him and Deegan. I think Deegan was number 28, Sheik was number 26, and this was the Moto XXX team. He also rode for the Chaparral Boysen team. Wasn't it called Chaparral Boysen, or was it just Yamaha Boysen? It was a Boysen team where they wore AXO. I know he rode for that team. I don't know if it might have been a Chaparral team. But for sure, 100% it was a Boysen team. Boysen Reed, old school team, Yamaha team. Came up as a team green guy. Who else did he ride for? But he was factory. That was the biggest thing was him. And this is him, a little shot of him in, let me see right here. Boom. So this is when he was factory Honda. And I was sitting there just thinking I remember going to basically, I can't remember what year it was. If you guys remember what year he won, what's the rate? Now I can't even think of the track. High Point. So it was basically High Point. I remember going there that year to try to qualify for the Nationals. It's the first year Sheik got on factory Honda. And dude, it rained so gnarly. I said I was trying to think about it before the show started. I'm like, did I even race or did I back out? I can't even remember. It was so muddy. I think I went out and practiced. I remember. I don't know, Warner, were you there that year? Like I can't even remember. I know Dangler was there because I remember hanging out with Dangler, and Dangler raced. I didn't race. I remember either I just gave up after my first practice or I might not even have went out. I can't remember. It's too long ago. It's back in the 90s, But Sheik went out and won, but both motos back to back. So that was probably one of his career highlights. First year in the factory Honda team comes out, goes back to back wins at the National. So pretty much a beast, dude. But I was thinking of just funny stories about him, and I remember I was probably, dude, I was still on minis. It was this year. I know this was 91. So I was basing my last year on minis. I would have been like 13 years old because when I was 14, I jumped up the schoolboy class. So I was about 13 years old. We were in Feist, big Feist. Do you remember when I got sick in the box van? when we were at Broome, Tioga. So Binghamton, New York. They used to have a national there. But anyway, we raced local races there. And like I said, they used to have just races there all the time. And they had a couple series we go there. But anyway, I got super sick in the box van. I don't know if I even told you why I got sick. And I dude, I was throwing up and everything. But it was from Sheik. So Sheik, if anyone knew Sheik, dude, always smiling, always laughing, funniest dude in the world. And he had this long nose, dude, and almost like touched the top of his lip when he was laughing and stuff. But anyway, he always had a big old fat chew in, like always had a dip in. And obviously growing up, like I said, I looked up to Sheik because like he was the fastest. Like when I was a mini rider, he was probably that year. I bet Sheik wasn't even an expert. Probably his last year in B class, and he was jumping up to the expert class the next year. Because I said he's only 3 years older than us. But I remember we were just hanging out in the bleachers. You know, we drive up the night before the race. Me and Big Feist would stay in the box van, spend the night, wake up and race the next morning. And it was me, Sheik, and a couple other guys hanging out in the bleachers. And Sheik throws in a big old dip, and he just kind of like, hey, you want one? And I didn't chew. I'm like, dude, I was a straight edge kid, you know. But I looked up to him, and I'm like, yeah. So I took one and threw it in. And man, I'm not even lying. Like within like 5-10 minutes, I was spinning so bad. I was like, oh my God. I started like getting hot flashes. I was like, dude, I gotta go lay down. So I like went back and laid down in the box fan. And I remember I got sick and I had to like get out and start throwing up. Big Feist like, what's wrong with you? So I don't even know if I ever told you that. That's what happened, Feist. I got sick thanks to Scotty Sheik giving me a chew. So anyway, funny memory. I was trying to think of stuff that I remember just growing up goofing around with him. But anyway, he was a good friend. So keep him in your prayers because we got much love for Sheik and just his whole family too. So anyway, what else? Like I said, we got the 450 Nationals coming up here this weekend. Oh, Mel's coming in. What do you need? Is it shaking too much?
It's shaking so.
It's shaky. That's all right.
I think you're just pull this whole thing back just a tad so you're not.
See, I'm getting aggressive. I'm aggressive, man. This is feeling good right now.
I think this table.
No, this table sucks.
No, I think.
No, this is.
Broken.
I should. No, I don't even tell him the story behind this table. You just get out of here, Mally. Get mommy. Anyway, yeah, this table is terrible. Someone wants to come say hi. You want to say hi? Hey, say hi to Grandpa. Say. All right. But anyway, so we're looking forward to the Nationals coming up. We'll talk about that in a second. Because remember last week, I was like, who you guys got? I wanted to know. And I actually thought about it. Sat down before the show, and I'm like, who do I really want to see up there? So I'm jumping that. But one last little thing before we jump on to that is, hey, I was talking about the oils that I've been guinea pigging. And I'm just going to let you know, I felt like I was getting sick this week. I woke up, stuffy nose, and you know how you feel like you're getting sick? You're like, dude, I feel like I'm going to get sick. Felt like I was getting a cold. So obviously I went to the health expert over here in the house and said, yo, give me some of those oils that you're hitting. Because Mel's the oil, I don't know what you want to call her, but she's all about the oils. I said, let me try some. Let me see if it works. And I had to write it down. Because what did you give me? She gave me Raven oil. And she put it under my nose, and then she took this other stuff called Thieves and Lemon, and she rubbed it down my spine. Now the Raven oil, so I got instant relief, could breathe with the Raven oil, and then the stuff she put on my spine is supposed to help boost your immune system. So I put it on for 2 days straight, didn't get sick, and could breathe the whole time. So hey, I told you if I tried something and it worked, I'd let you guys know. So that worked. But like I said before, I've been on that Nisha drink. I take 2 ounces in the morning. It's wolfberry, so it's a superfood, aka goji berry. Mel told me that. You guys heard of that? But anyway, I've been taking that for a couple months now. So, like I said, I don't want to give all the credit to that. So it was a combination. I was on the Nisha, and I've been drinking. I'm not even lying. I probably drink a half a bottle of fresh squeezed orange juice a day. And I'm talking not no concentrate, straight real orange juice. So lots of vitamin C. I'll show you. I'll next week maybe I'll put up a thing on this wolfberry stuff. That stuff. It's another supplement, but it has crazy. It's filled with just fruits and vegetables. So the combination, and they're both obviously immune supporting. So the combination of those two with the stuff kicked its butt. By the third day, I was home free. So that worked. The other thing I told you we were going to try to do is figure out things that might help us since we're athletes. And so I'm trying to be the guinea pig and test all these things out. So we put together some basic, like, what do you want to call them? Like bundles of all these different noises. Now I'm going to keep trying them. And as I try them, if I can find things that work, I'm going to share them with you. Said, hey, I tried that worked. But there's so many of them, it's going to take me forever. So we got the bundles. I put all the links to these different bundles. I got one for pain relief, so basically what are motocross guys? We got pain. We got one for pain relief, one for fitness and endurance, and one for sleep and relax. So 3 different bundles. If any of you guys want to just get in on this and try the bundles with me and then give me feedback, give the page feedback, let everybody know in the crew, like if you're trying something that works, let us know. If you're trying it don't work, let us know. Because like I said, it's going to take me a while to get through it all myself. So if you guys want to partner up with me and try these, the links are in the description. And then we'll talk about it each week. Because I'm excited about the honestly the sleep one, because I told you I've been having some trouble sleeping and I still am. Oh, hey, blackout here. So I'm really trying to find stuff to help me get through the night, and then obviously the arm pump one. Trying to find a combo that maybe can help reduce arm pump. All right, so let's go to this week first outdoor national. That looks fine, huh? Obviously, we know, I know you guys know I'm a Roxon dude. And I was talking about the number 9, AC, and this is who I'm going. And I want to know you guys. Start telling me your top 3. Let it be known. Who do you guys got for top 3? 450. I'm going, and this is no order. I'm a Roxon dude, so you know I got Roxon. I got AC and Sexton, and I'm going with those 2 dudes because they're the 2 younger dudes in the class. And I sometimes like to see new people up there. I get excited when you kind of get, it's not always the same dude. So they're my top 3. I don't know which order, but I got Roxon, AC, and Sexton for 450. And then the 250, I was sitting there scratching my head going, I think Cooper's going to be there. And the Lawrence brothers are like, I couldn't narrow it down to 3, I'll be honest with you. And then I was thinking, is Fortner coming back? Because I've seen him posting he's riding. Like, does anybody know? Put that up in the comments if you know if he's racing. Sky's saying Cooper, Wedge, Sexton, Osborne. Damn, I forgot about Osborne. Osborne's good, dude. That's a good one. Sky, yeah, you're right. He's going to be tough. Osborne's got outdoor skills. Yeah, Warner's saying same thing. You see, I ain't a Ferrandez fan, though. Anderson, dude, I like Anderson. I'm with you on that one, Warner. Anderson's one of my favorite guys to watch. Isn't he just fun to watch? The dude's sick. All, like, so loose on the bike. Like, he's fun to watch. Osborne's an outdoor guy. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough season. Sometimes I'd like want to just go for someone that hasn't shined yet. But anyway, Forkner, and then what about Thrasher? I wouldn't mind. So, I threw a lot of names out in the 250 class because I just don't know. There's too many good guys. All right, so Warner's saying Hunter, Forkner, and Hammaker. Mel's saying Osborne. Monroe's saying Roxton, Anderson, and Ferrandez. And then I'm trying to see the stupid things in my way. Clark is saying Osborne, Sexton, and Anderson. Man, you guys do got some good picks. I can't argue with you guys. Good stuff. So, hey, let's see. Let's see what happens. I mean, I feel like anything can happen with this type of competition. It's so tight and there's so many good guys. So, and here's the deal. Has anyone even seen Thrasher ride an outdoor track? I haven't. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The first time I even watched a guy race was this year on Supercross. I've never even seen him ride an outdoor track. So some dudes are better at outdoor than they are at Supercross and vice versa. Some dudes are better indoor and they don't even like outdoor. So we're just going to have to wait and see if he's an outdoor guy or if he's just an indoor guy. Or maybe he's got both. Some guys are good at both. I'm trying to read some of the... Wait, what anything? Oh, that's a question. Sorry. I was just swinging through, checking some stuff out. All right, man. Well, that's good. I'm Tomac. Big Feist going Tomac. You can't go... Tomac is a beast outdoors. We know we can't ever keep him out. But, like I said, Clark saying Thrasher reminds him of Hannah. That's sweet. Old school. Well, good deal. Yama Blammer, Roxon, Webb, and Anderson. Yeah. Dude, honestly, I seen some, because all the Andersons that you guys threw up there, I almost have to agree. He came on hot last year at the end of the Supercross season. It was almost like the old Anderson, the championship Anderson, finally like came out of hiding, because he's kind of, we know he's got the skills, dude, and then it's just kind of been off for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, the end of the year, he was on fire. So if he takes some of that momentum into the outdoor series that he had, and he can ride outdoors, he rips. So, man, I wouldn't be mad. Trust me. If Anderson won, I'd be pumped, because I like that dude. So anyway, let's dive right in here. If you're new here, we hang out every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, and we hang out. So our little moto community, we talk moto, answer questions, try to give some good feedback, and try to share some love, help some people out with questions they got. So if you got a question, chuck it up here in the comments, and I will find it. Put some question marks by it so I can pick it out from the rest of the comments, but I'm going to scroll to the top here so I don't miss anybody. And if I miss your question, just throw it back up, because I try not to skip. All right, not a question, but about Thomas Kimberly and his track. Wait, so Brian's saying not a question, but shout out to, so he's saying Thomas Kimberly and his track. I agree. I seen the pics. That's what I'm saying. Brian was out there posting, so I was looking at, and you sent me some pics, so I was checking out stuff. And a lot of other guys, local guys, were riding out there just posting up stuff on their story, and it looks good. So, and it holds the rain. So that's probably why everybody's been up there, because you can't ride anywhere else because it's so wet. So that's good. We know we can go somewhere now in the rain or after a rainy day. All right, let's keep it. All right, here we go. MX tips. How to not overshoot the heck out of a double. Slow down. All right, so MX Tips is saying how not to overshoot a double jump, how not to overjump stuff. I mean, I feel like it goes vice versa. It's like, I've seen it goes either way, right? People with good time and using time stuff, but if you're new to jumping and you're not super confident, it's always one or the other. You either go way too far or they come up short. I feel like he's saying how to not overjump a double. I would say, dude, find a tabletop first and just get used to jumping every single tabletop you can at all different sizes to where you can time them. And then once you get to time them, once you're able to jump all those and have the timing down, and you're not going long or short, then maybe jump up to the double jumps. So that way you don't run into that going way too long. Obviously, so it's not like I can say, hey, go this fast, because everybody's bike is different, so it's going to be different for you than it is if you're on a 250, if I'm on a 450. So I feel like timing is it's something that you have to pick up and learn on your own. I don't necessarily have a good technique other than going out and practicing different size tabletops for beginners. Start on tabletops, and then work yourself up to doubles. Other than just practice, getting out there, because that's it. It's one of those things. Like, you have to it's not like I can just tell you, here's how to do it, and then you're going to just go do it. You need to get on there, and then you feel your bike. Like, your bike might be able to jump this tabletop in second, but you might need this one in third. Maybe this one is third on it, shut off, and then a little blip, and maybe this one's third pinned. Like, you have to learn your bike and your gearing and how fast your bike goes and where it can put you on each jump. And as you learn that as a rider, if I can see the landing, like if I can look at a double and see the landing, I usually can get to it first time pretty good. Maybe a hair short a little bit sometimes, maybe a tad long. Sometimes I'll grease it perfect, but I'm usually in the ballpark if I can see it. And if it's blind, I still can get a good idea just looking at it, but that's taken years to develop. I didn't just have that as a new rider. Pick that up through years of riding and jumping different types of jumps. So I would just suggest find a variety of tabletops, different sizes, session the crap out of them, and then go up for the big jumps or the bigger doubles, and you should be in the ballpark. You should have confidence. If you're not confident and you don't know how fast to go, then that's probably where you're going to get yourself into trouble, because you're going to be like, well, I don't like if you're guessing, I would go back to tabletops and build some confidence. So you're not necessarily guessing that you're looking at the double and you're kind of like, all right, I'd jump the tabletop about that and I hit that second on it. So I'm going to come out and jump this second on it and should be in the ballpark. So seat time, brother. Seat time. All right, so let's get, let me get that down here. What? KT. I'm renting Anthony P's bike. People are killing me. I'll just put it up here so y'all can laugh with us. Sometimes I just like reading your comments. You guys are killing me, dude. It's too funny. All right, let me find a question here. So we got Anthony P here. He says, you have been riding pro all over the world for mad years. Do you have any stories of your or someone you know chain breaking, chain snapping? Yeah, I've definitely seen that through the years. And dude, I had a chain seriously fall off somewhere. Since I lived in Kansas, and it was my fault. Oh, it was at the Baser track. I went out to the Baser track and I forgot to put, I put my master link in and didn't put the front and the clip on. Just brand new chain, went out there and lucky it fell off when I was like on a straightaway. But that wasn't a chain snap. That was just a bad mechanic, squirrel mechanic over here. Didn't put the clip on. But through years, I have seen people have chain issues and chain breaking. I mean, it's not super common, but the only way a chain's going to seriously snap is like if you got that thing just tightened way too much. And unless it's old, too. Is it like old and dried out and tightened way too much? The only way it's going to break. But I really haven't seen that much, but I've definitely seen people snap chains. I've seen, or say maybe they did what I did. I've seen people pushing their bike off and the chain having an issue. But if it's snapping or breaking, it's either got to be played out or way too tight. You should be able to get 3 fingers from the swing arm. That's kind of how I do it. I go three in. That's not right. Go to the swing arm, and that way it shouldn't, like when you pull your bike off and sit on it, it still should have a little slack in it. It shouldn't sit on it and be banjo tight. If you sit on that thing's tight, just imagine what it's going to be like when you land off the jump and the suspension compresses. So you got to give yourself a little bit of slack on that chain. All right, so let's see. So I saw here. Is this like beginner basic class or is it more FMS stuff? So if we're talking about the June 26th class, all my classes right now are moto classes and focus on fundamentals. So and if people, I'm open to teach freestyle, but I would recommend everybody getting versed and skilled on the bike before even learning freestyle, because I've been in the freestyle game obviously for a long time, and one of the biggest things that you would see people kind of clown is when people were trying to do tricks that necessarily had like really bad bike skills versus if someone came out and had a ton of bike skills but couldn't even do any tricks. Like that dude would get way more respect just because he knew how to ride, even if he couldn't do tricks. I always say focus on your riding skills, get well balanced as a rider, and then trying to step into freestyle. But anyway, my class are going to be based more on moto background, track, and most of the guys that come to the classes are beginners, early intermediates, or novice riders. And like I said, we're going to focus on the fundamentals. I think you never can get too good to stop practicing the basics. It's if you have a solid foundation, you always can build on it. So I focus on that, and we go from there. So it's fun, good times. 5 hours. We do in a semi-private. So we do 5 hours with 5 guys, or up to 5 guys. Sometimes there's less, but up to 5 riders. 5-hour class. Good times. Let's see here. Here, big fight. So this must be a Scotty story. Said he rode my bike into the pool at Loretta's. I think I remember that too. Dude, Scotty was classic. He was so funny. Good times. Yeah, the Fire Marshal Bill. That's funny. Yeah. Wait, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that what did Scotty? I think Scotty was he was a skull dude. He used to wintergreen. That's what he gave me that night. But he might have upgraded to Copenhagen through the years because there was another dude, Craigie, not Keggy, Kresge, that was another dude, and my phone's blowing up. He was always chewing the Copenhagen. But anyway, it was skull wintergreen, long cut. I'll never forget because it made me so sick that if anyone, a lot of the moto guys kind of chewed in my area. If people would open it up around me and I got a whiff of it, I'd be like, oh, it just make me sick. But some reason I kept trying it because I thought it was cool. That's why you gotta be careful. People don't realize the influence you have over younger riders. You gotta keep it clean, man, because these younger kids will go do stuff you do. Because I did. I thought Scotty was cool. Scotty chewed, so I wanted to chew. And that's not a good habit. Rot your face off. Need more beginner classes so I can get. Need more beginner classes so get more gate signups. What are your thoughts on that? Need more beginner classes so get more gate signups. So basically, what are my thoughts on that? So basically, are you saying there needs to be more beginner classes so there'd be more people in your class? I'm not know if I'm understanding the question right. Like, there's not enough people in signing up. So there's not enough people in your class. Is that what you mean? Because I think out here, I think they have a beginner class and a novice class, and then I think it goes up to the B class. And honestly, I haven't even really been to many of the local races here to see what the gates sizes look like. But I know back when I was growing up, they didn't even have beginner class. It was just C, B, and A. So you came off minis. I mean, they had schoolboy too, but it basically you went straight to novice, B class, C class. Here, I believe they have beginner class, which is before C class. But they were those classes were packed. There were so many people in them. So anyway, if I didn't understand your question completely, just kind of post it back up. But I guess it all depends where you live too. You know. How many but in my opinion, this is how I always look at it. I always feel like there's more beginners and early intermediates at the track versus advanced B riders and pros, you know? The majority of the people are just getting started. All right. COVID killer. What's Big Fight's talking about now? All right, so Colby says, do you still rock the militia? I don't really, not really, just because I have my own stuff now. So I always wear RFMX or I wear Mark stuff. Or DBK sends me some stuff. Rock some DBK stuff. I do have some militia floating around. So I wouldn't say I don't rock it because I know I got some flannels I probably wore last year when it got cold. But for the most part, I don't have, and I was wearing that big winter jacket. I have a big winter jacket that I put on last year to go shovel some snow. So yeah, I would say bare minimum, but I still have, I have so much militia stuff. Why can't I talk tonight? Militia stuff that, it's just, you can't get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? And there's things that I'll keep, like that jacket I'm talking about. Dude, it's the winter team jacket that they gave the team for Winter X Games. So I ain't never getting rid of that thing, you know? It's got everybody's names on it. It's custom. So got to keep that. Anyway, I have brand new stuff. I have a whole closet. So basically our guest room closet is filled with new tees of all in bag still of all the sponsors I've had through the years of stuff I never went through. And we've gave tons of stuff away, and I still have tons. DVS stuff, split stuff, militia stuff. I mean, Etnies, like there's so much stuff. Big Feist always dives into it when he comes over here and goes shopping in the closet. Big Fights always had tons of stuff. He was always hitting me up hard. All right, let's get Anthony P here. He says, what's your thoughts about Jeff Emig losing his career that is now 100% legal? Isn't it legal in the state he got caught in too? He basically lost his... Wait, so I don't even know what happened. What happened to Emig? What happened? Someone fill me in. I seen him riding lately. What did he get in trouble for? Weed? Is that what he... Because I don't know. Did he get in trouble for weed a long time ago? Is that what you're talking about? I didn't even know he did. Huh. Well, let me know, because I'm not 100% sure if that's what happened. Fill us in, dude. All right, let's see here. Looking for... So Tommy Shea saying Carmichael has the most outdoor wins, 250 and 450 class with 76. Dude, look at this. 76 wins for Ricky Carmichael. Man, dude. Dude, didn't he win every single national, every single moto one year? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he did. Who's done that? And dude, that's a hard one to beat. 76, Dungy 39, Hannah 27. Here he is, Rick Johnson 22. Hey, that's my number. I like that number. Johnson was definitely a big influence on me as well growing up. Yeah, these are legends right here. So that's pretty cool. But man, 76. How many Supercross wins? Isn't McGrath Supercross wins like that? Obviously, we know he's got 7 titles, but doesn't he have like 70-some wins too? So pretty impressive. Tomac has 17, Roxton 15. Dude, Shea's got the stats, dude. He's got them all here. All right, here we go. MX Tip says, any stories with Twitch? Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll get this up here. Any stories with Twitch? Man, I got a lot of stories with Twitch, man. We've been friends for so long. It'd be hard to probably pick one off the top of my head. All I know is every time we were on tour, he's always breaking stuff. Always. I don't know what was wrong with him. Full grown man just breaking stuff like a child. He's just always destructive. That was him. He's still like that. He's a little bit better now that he has kids, but not much. But I want to just make sure I didn't skip this. Is this a question here? Rockstar BMF. Yeah, this might be... Yeah, let me just pop this one up. It says... When are you going to strut your stuff and start hitting the freestyle ramps with Twitch in one of his day in the life videos when he starts flipping again? You always think where's Feist. Dude, I need to get a... I don't see the deal is when I go out there, I basically borrow a bike, but it's a bone stock bike. So, I mean, could you... I've jumped the ramp here with a bone stock bike. It's just not that fun. I would love to get a bike set up and go ride with those dudes. Trust me, every time I'm out there, and I usually film in the session and not ride in the session. So, and I miss it too. I'll be honest with you. I'm that's one of the things. If I find me some land, I'm building me a freestyle park, and I will have a freestyle bike, and I will be jumping the ramps, 100%. I might not be doing that many cool tricks anymore, but I don't care. I just want to jump the ramp, do some whips, do some turn downs, maybe crack off a KOD, lazy boy, a couple easy tricks, and that will be enough for me. Ramps are just fun, and I miss them. It's just fun to jump. Who doesn't like jumping, right? I could jump a ramp for an hour straight. That's what's so funny. We used to laugh about it. We're so easily entertained. We'd have one jump and ride in a circle and just jump it for an hour straight. Turn around, right back. Right back. And we'd be like, it'd be fun as hell. We're like, dude, this is awesome. So funny. The littlest things will just entertain you. All right, so I'd have to think of some more Twitch stories, but I got it. Like I know I keep talking about it, and I brought it up to get. Oh no, I don't want to tell you that. Sorry, I was almost leaked it out. Almost leaked it. Caught myself. Anyway, I'll keep it a surprise. But I was getting ready to say I always talk about bringing on guest, and I'm trying to line one up here, and I didn't want to tell you who it is. I want to be a surprise, so that'll probably be my first guest. So we're gonna do that. That's why I want to get, because the fun thing would be to get Twitch on as a guest, and then the stories will just start flowing out, because then he'll just be like, hey, remember this, remember that. So that'll be a good time to do the Twitch stories. But I got to jump on that. I've talked about it for like 6 months and haven't followed through, and it'll be good. It'll be good to get some guys on here. But first one is going to be a surprise. I'm lining it up. All right, Anthony P. If I take my ramp, will you do an FMX class? Or if you take my ramp, what do you mean? Like bring your ramp out here? Dude, you hook me up with your ramp. I'll take your ramp, bro. Hook me up, bro. Dude, I'm down with to do an FMX class. Why wouldn't I be? I love FMX. I would love to help people, but you gotta figure out where people are. That's the thing. Everyone is on a different level in FMX. Jumping the jump might just be a goal for some people. Just hitting the ramp. So I'd have to figure out where to even put the ramp. Definitely probably wouldn't set it at 75 feet. Inspect everyone just to grease it. I'd probably push it way in. Have a really safe landing. Just get people warmed up jumping the thing. Make sure they're safe. Then maybe think about kicking it back just a hair. I probably still wouldn't push it all the way back to 75. I'd probably keep it at a shorter distance and just let you guys get comfortable with it. And then from there, go into some really basic tricks. And then, like I said, I'm going to start with the basics. You're going to learn the same way everyone else that I knew, take you up the same way that we did. That's how I do it. No skipping straight to the hard tricks. You got to learn the basic ones first. All right, Road Z, say, may I ask what you look like without a hat? Hey, man, I look good, brother. Can you see I still got hair? Got a fade? Got a little part cut in? It's a couple days old, but I got hair. Hey, it's still holding it down. What you think? Do I look good? It's still holding it down. Thank you, Jesus. Big Feist has lost his hair, so I don't know. And my cousin that I grew up with bought his hair too. So I don't know how. I'm about to be 44 in a couple weeks here, and I still got all my hair. So, lucked out on that one. When everybody else in my family's bald. All right, mixed tips. All right, says, does your beginner classes not jump at all? No, we talk about jumps in there. Like, I don't push anybody to do anything they're not comfortable with. If I see someone that I believe they could jump something, I will tell them, I know you can jump that, and I'll try to get them to go. Because sometimes people, I can just see, like, you have enough skill to do that. Step up, believe in yourself, go. So we do talk about jumps, but I don't get to the point to where I'd make anyone do anything they're uncomfortable with. So I try to touch on everything. To be honest with you, we do body position, we do balance drills, we do braking drills, we do corner drills, we talk about jumps, we do run some whoops, and then we do starts, and then we do what I call like lap drills, where we'll pick one thing. Because think about it, throughout the day, we touch on almost everything, go through almost so much stuff, and we talk about so many things. It's really hard to try to remember so much stuff at once. So I try to just say, hey, let's just do one lap and focus on one thing. And that's what it's a focus. It's like a lap drill where it's one thing on your mind. What are we focusing on? It might just be balls of the feet for the lap, and just do the whole lap. Make sure you're on the balls of your feet. Obviously, you got to move the brake, move the ship, but you're always returning back to the balls, Focus on that. Next lap, go out. Maybe it's eyes up. Focus on being ahead of yourself, leading the bike, eyes up. Where are you looking? Make sure you're ahead of the bike. Next lap, come in, might just be arms up. Go out there, arms up. Next lap, we might do a stand-up drill. Stand up the whole track. No sitting down. Don't let the butt hit the seat. Stand up in every ride. And that's basically just another balance drill. But I love doing those. I do those when I'm even out riding myself. I just like trying to improve. That's the fun thing about motocross. There's always room to improve. I don't care if you've been riding for 35 plus years, you can still improve, and it's fun. So we touch on it all. We got to. There's so much to moto. It's just not one thing. It's a combination of so many things. So I try to give everyone as much as I can in 5 hours. That's kind of why I feel like it is a lot, because it's a 5-hour class, which is a long day riding, ride for 5 hours straight. We do a lunch break, but it's pretty short for a 5-hour riding class. And then we're just banging it. We're going from one thing to the next, But my goal is try to give you as much as you can, try to retain what you can, and then take that back to your practice track and then work on all that. Have stuff to go home with and work on and change the way you practice. That's the thing. Like one of the keys about getting better is knowing how to practice. Just riding laps is not the only way to practice, or in my opinion, not even the best way to practice. Yes, there's a time and place to burn laps, but if you really want to get good, you need to have focused practice. You need to focus on your weaknesses and make them your strengths. And if it's corners, then you need to ride your corners. If it's your whoops, you practice your whoops. And you focus on those things during the week. Put energy into one area for longer periods of time, and then you get better in that area. And then still do your laps. You always want to, if you're going to be racing, you got to do your laps, but you can't just go out and burn laps all the time and never focus on certain things. You got to focus. It'd almost be like for me as a freestyle guy, it'd be like if I just ran through my trick list 1-2 times and called it a day. How good as a freestyle rider can you really get if you just do all your tricks that you already can do 2 to 3 times that morning and then call it a day? You're not really going to get, how are you going to progress? You have to go the rule was, the way we practice, you always did every trick every day. You run through the trick list. As soon as the trick list was done, you worked on what you were going to work on for the day. So you had one trick that you focused on every single day until you can get it. And sometimes, I'd have to break it up, focus on a couple of them at a time, because sometimes you try one so many times and you still couldn't get it. You get frustrated. So you're like, okay, I tried that one 15, 20 times a day. Let me try this one. And then, so sometimes I'd have a couple that I was focusing on at once, just to give your brain like a reset. Because it can get frustrating sometimes when you're trying something and it's not coming as easy as you want. But my whole point is there was always a focus of what the day was, or what the week was, or even the month. What are we working on? What are we trying to learn this week? What are we trying to get better at? And that's how you should go out to the practice track, with a goal in mind. What do you need to improve on? And go there with that in mind and get after it. All right. That's how you know it's sucking. Oh. All right, so LAP. So I don't know what happened with someone's oh no. I was just reading some of the comments about aiming. I never knew that. I was reading what that's a shame. Actually, I think I did kind of hear something about that. Now you got me thinking about it. But I made it look really into it. All right, let's get Fred here. He says, in Canada, all the tracks are closed in my area. Been riding turn tracks in a local pit, building skills and trying to get some bike time on the bike. What kind of riding do you do when you can't get on the track? I think what you're doing right there is any type of riding is better than no riding. So if you can't get on a track and you can just have a corner, dude, corner tracks are one of the best. Like, I could session a corner track for hours and just practice. Like, there's so many different things you can think about if you go in and just focus on cornering. You can focus on your braking going in the corner. You can focus on looking up, leading the bike. You can focus on throttle control, rolling the gas on every time. You can make sure that you're always in the right body position. So when you go from braking to the seat, that you sit in the same spot, in the right spot, not too far forward, not too far back. You can focus on not touching your leg. So right there alone, you could take all of those different techniques and just have even if you only had, a right, left, circle, just a little, you go right, left, sweeper, back around. If you just did that for an hour, but then focus on all those different things, waiting outside peg, getting it, if it's a rut track, staying in the rut and not fighting the rut. Like, you could spend hours there and focus on mastering all those different, and you would be amazed when by the time that you did go back to the motocross track, how much you have improved just on that little turn track. So I would say, dude, keep doing what you're doing. And that's how I rode. We rode in local gravel pits. That's what I grew up in. We didn't have like a track, like here we just go to a public track and pay and ride. Where I grew up, we just went to the gravel pit and made our own track, turn tracks, jumps, and we sessioned it. So I would do that. I think even woods riding is great for moto, man. It helps you just with I stand up in the woods. I don't sit down. I put my butt on the seat on the woods. So there's just great balance. Practice being on the balls of your feet, controlling the bike with your feet, and just looking ahead, being smooth, holding your line. That's another, works great in the woods. You get off track, you're gonna hit some trees. So any type of riding, in my opinion, can work. I mean, even think about this. If you didn't even have a place to do corners, it's like, I don't, like, say, I got nowhere I can do corners, but you got a little, maybe just, I mean, I guess if you had a field, you make corner tracks. But let's just say you don't even have enough room to do corners. You got enough, but dude, and you can get on your bike and ride. You can go out and just practice starts. Why not? This is going to be a huge part of the race, depending on the track conditions and your competition is your start. So if you become a great starter, you're going to help yourself big time being a race star. So you can just practice starts. Or what if you just practice the basic, doing little balance drills, setting up a cone, and riding from cone to cone as slow as you can, up on the balls of your feet, good body, and just doing that. What if you just practice slow wheelies? Slow wheelies is such good bike technique. Teaches you, think about it, what it takes to do a slow wheelie. You have to have a good clutch release and a good throttle roll to pick up the front end, because I try to teach these to new riders, and it's not easy. And I get it, because I remember when I was trying to learn them, it wasn't easy for me either. It takes time. But you start to learn how to let out the clutch and roll the gas, but not too much, not enough. It's throttle clutch control. At the same time, picking up the front end, controlling it with the rear brake. Once it's up, then it's all balance. Dude, that is a great drill to do, just goofing around. You don't have enough room to do corners, but you have enough room to do slow wheelies. Learn how to do slow wheelies. But it's bike skills. The more bike skills you have, the better technique you have, the better you're going to be when you finally step back out on the motocross track. So, in my opinion, you don't necessarily even have to have a big old motocross track to get skills. I remember I used to go to Gary Billy's motocross track the whole first day of class. Big Fights will tell you. He made us do slow wheelies. We did slow wheelies and we rode rain ruts. The class was out in it was in Virginia, and it was on obviously mountains out there, but he'd have these gnarly rain ruts coming down the side of the hill, and he'd make us get into them and ride them and try not to touch our feet and just put good balance control, body position. We did that. That was the first day of class, riding rain ruts and doing slow wheelies. We didn't even touch the track. So definitely can make great use of little things, and it'll help. Seat time, for sure. All right, what is Big Fight saying here? He said the time Twitch shot the BB gun and broke your big mirror in your yeah, I remember that. Twitch used to live with me for a while. He locked himself out of the house one time and had a call me. I don't even remember. I might have been at your house. He remember he called me. He said, "Yo, dude, I locked myself out of that house." And this is funny because Twitch smokes weed, so I ain't even throwing him under the bus. This is how dumb he is. He went out back to smoke weed because I was like, "You don't smoke in the house. You're gonna smoke, go out back." He went out back in the backyard to smoke weed, and I had a sliding glass door, and I had a stick, not a stick, but like a piece of wood that I used to stick behind us, and no one could pull the door open. Well, when he walked out, he pulled the door shut, and the stick fell down. So he got locked out. And I remember he called me, and he's like, "Yo, dude, the stupid stick fell down. I'm stuck outside. You got a key out here?" I was like, "Nope." He's like, "How do I get in?" So I think Mike had to help him across the street. They had to get a ladder out and knock the screen out, and he had to dive through the top window. But yeah, he shot out my thing, dude. Jacked up. What's wrong with Twitch? Wait, what? I'm seeing Trent's in here. What up, Trent? And he said, "I'm 6'1" and exactly your size. You're more than welcome to sin." What is he talking about? Who are you talking about? He's probably not talking to me, huh? He's probably talking to somebody else. Well, hey, man, I hope you're healing up. Trent got jacked up for a little while, and he's out of the hospital, and he's out in Cali, so I hope you're enjoying the good weather. All right, it says, do you know when and where Jay Schweitzer is filming the supposed new On the Pipe movie? I actually don't. So don't know. I'm sure it's out in California somewhere because he lives out there, and all the guys are out there. So I would assume it's probably somewhere out there. So did McGrath win his first race when he was 14? His first pro race? Does anyone know the answer to that? I'm not sure. Here it is. Tommy Shea. McGrath, 89 career wins. Wow. Come on, dude. That's big time. Oh, Big Bird says, maybe. All right. Big Bird wants to know if your hoodies are true to size. I'd say yeah. For the most part, A large fits me like a large should fit me, but I prefer to wear an XL because I like my hoodies a little bit loose, and I like to dry them, and I don't like, if they shrink up on me. So I go up a size, but the larges actually fit like a large should. So depends how you like your hoodie fits. But I feel like most people like that. Most people would wear a large t-shirt. A lot of them wear an XL hoodie. But I don't think don't feel like you have to bump up. It's just, I prefer a bigger hoodie on me. So I would just order the size that whatever hoodie you buy anywhere else, get that size. Don't change your size. All right. No. Well, we're running out of time here quick. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. I was reading some of the comments. Oh, wait. Anthony P. So, building a mott van to sleep in or keep my bike in. Any suggestions on building a moto van? What the hell's a mott van? It's supposed to be moto van. All right, so moto van. Hey, so this was big time. We used these all the time growing up in the East Coast. All of us from there had moto vans because you kind of had to. So basically, we used to build the wall right behind. So when you would open up the slider on the side, wherever the slider stopped, that's where we built our wall. But I had an extended one. I don't even know. Did they even make those things anymore? I had an extended van. So, but if you have a normal size van, you probably can't build the wall back as far. You probably have to keep it out because Taka has a normal size van, and that's why I was like, wait a second. When you open Taka's door, his bed's right there. But anyway, we'd build a wall, and then we would always build a little bench. My bench lifted up so I could store stuff under it. That way you had a place to sleep. And then on the back side of my wall, we had small cabinets that we built above. So when the bikes went in, there was a small part to keep your chemicals. And that's it. I don't think. And then we would plywood the sides. That's really it. Couple small shelves in the back, and that's it. So pretty basic. If you got some carpenter skills, you're probably gonna just bust it out yourself. I think Big Feist did. Did you do my van? I can't remember. I think Big Feist did. Big Feist has got carpenter skills, so I'm almost positive he probably did my van, and he probably did the box van that we had growing up racing. Probably did everything that we had. All right, let's get Rhodes up here. Which tattoo is the most meaningful to you? I got my parents' names. We got Big Feist, and so I got Ronald Joseph and Michelle Ann, so that's my parents, so that's meaningful. I got Jesus on my piece, on my hand, the Jesus piece. So I like that. And then I got another Bruce Lee tat that I like as well. He was always my hero growing up, childhood hero. So I would probably say, probably Jesus and my parents I'd go with, and then throw Bruce Lee in the end there. As far as meaning, I got Bible verses too. So there's some cool Bible verses. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 Bible verses on me. I got 2 on my wrist, 2 on my chest. And I like all the verses I got. So they got some good meaning to them as well. But I'll be honest with you, most of my art is just art. Like, there's some story behind some of the stuff, but I feel like a lot of my stuff, I was just like, yo, I want you to draw this up, and we want to do it like obviously this side is all wind and water, this side's smoke and flame, so there's a little bit of a balance. Like I got the dragon with the samurai, this side I got the geisha girl with the koi fish, so little bit of stuff like that, but the majority of my stuff is all Asian art. But a lot of it is like, yo, I want to do a big dragon, or I want to do a Chinese snake. I want to do a Chinese dragon. So mostly just art. Some people have a story behind everything. I was just like, yo, draw me a cool dragon. That looks cool. All right, well, man, we're at 8 o'clock already. Well, sweet. I think I actually just finished everybody's questions right at 8 o'clock because I just went to scroll down and there is none left. Well, cool. Good hanging out. One more Moto Monday. We'll be back here next week, same place, same time. So, hey, thank all you guys for being here week after week. For first time being here and you liked hanging out, be sure to subscribe. And if you've been here week after week, just give us a thumbs up. Let YouTube know that we do cool stuff on here, and they'll send it out to more people. More people come hang out with us. So thanks for the love. Hey, keep it safe. Keep the Chic family in your prayers. Ride safe this week, and we'll be back next week, and we'll talk about the races. Looking forward to it. Let's see who can come out on top. Who's it going to be? It's going to be good. All right, man. We'll see you guys next week. Much love.